randomly got a call from Kanye, and he was just like, "Yo, I heard about your album. The album wasn't out yet."
Oh wow.
He's like, "I would love to hear."
That is crazy.
Yeah, he was like, "At some point today, can I connect with you?" And I'm like, "Bet." And I went to his house, and we was eating lemon cake. Chilling, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you get a random call from Kanye, and he's like, he heard you. First of all, I know you was like, how the hell you heard my album?
How did he hear your album?
Well, I know how he heard it.
Oh,
it was through 88 Keys. Then the next day, Tyler, the creator, came to my house.
Word with me, yeah, you know BT. Suit so low, shout out OCT. No real cap, call out what we see. Whole game ready, baller blitz on 3. No, you can't stand on your own 2 feet. I already know you can't ball with me. Come chop it up with the squad and me. They get a letter, they calling me. BallerAlert. 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 BallerAlert.
BallerAlert, welcome to the BallerAlert Show podcast, available everywhere you get your podcast. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube passes and links and all that. You know the vibes. I go by the name of Ferrari Simmons.
I go by the name, you know BT.
OCT, what that?
Young superstar, legend in the making, in the building. IDK, we do snaps, sir. We do snaps. What's up, man?
You see them gloves,
What's up
man?
with the gloves?
See them gloves? He ain't come to play.
Yeah. What's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. You got to host it with us, okay?
Okay, cool.
We gonna talk a little shit.
I bet it's easy.
All right, cool.
Just in case
You missed it.
U.S. long jumper Tara Davis Woodhall stripped of her national title after a positive cannabis test. Did you guys see that or hear about that?
Yep.
I just think weed should not be a test that you test positive for and get stripped of a title.
As Stephen A would say, put down the weed.
No, I think you can. I think you should be able to smoke weed.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, look at how many basketball players do we.
well, it's
now legal in the
it's
NBA.
now legal in the NBA.
But beforehand,
Now it's not. They don't test for it.
Yeah, they don't test for it.
I don't
They
want to
used
say
to?
it's legal. Yeah, hell yeah.
They used to do random drug tests.
That's extra.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, these athletes are going through a lot of hurting with their body, and marijuana helps.
Are they allowed to drink?
See, that's the crazy thing.
Yeah, they're allowed
yeah,
to
you're
drink.
probably allowed to
drink,
drink.
So
Yeah.
then I don't know why they doing that then. That shit don't
Feel me?
make sense. I'm allowed to cuss, right?
Yeah.
We talking shit.
All right.
All right, cool.
So, yeah.
Tyrese is ordered to pay over $500,000 in child support and legal fees.
I saw a
Did you
quarter
guys
million.
see that?
I saw $250,000. It's half now? Or
Yeah,
$250,000.
it says $500,000. Let me look it up.
Both.
Rory
Both
just raising a man child support up.
$636,944 in support and legal fees to his ex-wife, Samantha Lee Gibson.
I'm going missing.
And he was recently trying to do a protest out there.
So the initial,
Outside the courthouse?
Yeah.
so IDK, you are right in the initial. It's $237,944, but with legal fees and
he has to pay for her.
and child support, it's $636,944.
Glad I ain't got no kids.
No
yet,
kids.
Man, nothing.
What would you do in that scenario?
I would have
If
to
you was
pay.
Tyrese,
You gotta pay. What
I
are you
would have
talking
to
about?
pay it. I would have to figure out how to pay that. That's why I'm glad I don't have no kids.
$600,000?
Or an ex-wife, because it's spousal support
Man,
too, right?
y'all gonna have to come
Spousal
look for me.
support.
I'm going missing.
I mean,
$600,000?
600,000 is subjective. Depends on how much money he got. you
Man,
know?
it don't matter. Nobody wants to pay $600,000.
Agreed.
I guess.
And he's paying for her lawyer and legal fees, and he got to pay for his legal fees. Man, what they
Spousal
say?
support.
What they said in that Leo movie? Catch Me If You Can.
I mean, he got Fast 5 or Fast and Furious. You know, that franchise keeps going.
But I don't think he gonna get that big ass check from that.
Yeah,
though. He not getting the Vin Diesel check.
Yeah.
But isn't it based off your income and stuff? The reason why he has to pay so much?
Yeah.
But if it's back pay, then
If it's
it
back
don't
pay,
really matter.
it's a tally though. So
yeah,
Okay.
so
if you don't
it-
pay some shit, it's a tally.
That's like randomly somebody telling you, hey, you're back $600,000 in the hole. You gonna be like, hey man, I wasn't planning to pay this shit.
Just so you know, it's over $2,000, so you can't leave the country. Like you can't leave. You gotta
Imagine
pay that
going to the
motherfucker.
airport and trying to go on a run, and they say, hey man, you got child support, so you.
It's not even worth it, bro, to go on a run though. You just gotta figure it out.
He's too famous to go on the run. He can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
gonna
gotta
grow hair?
great
Man,
life.
He's
we
bald.
Stop
praying
it.
for you, Tyrese.
No, we're not. Okay, Deion Sanders loses over 20 Colorado football players to the transfer portal. Are you a football person, IDK? Do you
I
like
used to
sport?
be, not as much anymore, but
Okay. You are familiar with Deion Sanders?
Yeah, of course.
He's at Colorado State. 20 football players have entered the transfer portal. I think these are the guys that ain't gonna be getting no playing time.
Oh, they're leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving.
Okay.
Because he done brought some boys over there to
He
really
done bought
play.
them dogs over there.
Including his son.
Including his son. So
Is his son good?
Hell yeah, his son good.
Okay, all right.
His son good.
That's his cousin.
Nah, his son fire.
Okay.
Then he had the number one recruit, wide receiver. So I think they're gonna do something.
Yeah, I mean, I would leave too. It was probably some boys over there that wasn't that athletic, and they brought them athletic boys over there, and they was like, "Hey, John, we probably need to transfer because I don't think you playing this shit."
All right, man, let's take a quick commercial break. When we hit back, we're going to talk to IDK, get in his business, and talk to him about this good music that he got going on right here on the BallerAlert Show podcast.
BallerAlert!
What's up, everybody? It's IDK, and you're tuned into the BallerAlert Show.
BallerAlert, welcome to the BallerAlert Show podcast, available everywhere you get your podcast. IDK is in the building. We appreciate you pulling up on us, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Where is IDK from?
I'm from the DMV, PG County, Maryland.
You got immigrant parents? What's your parents? Jamaican or something?
No, my mom's from Sierra Leone. My dad's from Ghana. Yeah. I was born in England. Came here when I was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
I got 3 passports.
So you kind of
American.
like a 21 Savage.
In a sense, I guess that's what a lot of people say, yeah.
How long have you been doing music? And
2012, when I got out of prison, that's when I started really trying to do music seriously.
Or why were you in prison?
Armed robbery was the case that I had, but yeah.
what made you, say, you know what, I'm done with that.
He went to prison.
Let's go music. Was it?
Oh, well, no, that was like my 4th time, though. So
Wait, that was your first time going to prison?
4th prison and jail. So that was state prison I came from.
Okay.
I was in jail. I went to jail 3 times, and then from jail, the last time I went up the road to I think y'all call it down the road here, but up the road, up the road to state prison, and then I started doing music.
What was the point where you said,
The first time, it's just that prison reform, like all that, like, people fighting for all that stuff is real because I only got in trouble once, but I had violations from not paying home detention, not coming home on time, like little stuff like that.
So it's like a system.
Exactly.
That's the system that Meek Mills talks about.
Yeah.
To where they make it to where you're gonna make a small mistake to go back.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. So I didn't really get in trouble again.
Okay.
It just was more so like the first time I learned my lesson.
Right.
But it just, the way the system is set up, it's hard to like stay out.
So, but it's been a while since. So what changed that you said, you know what?
I wasn't on probation no more.
Okay. Facts.
Like parole. To be fair, I haven't gotten in any issues or nothing like that since, even if I was on probation or parole. So I paroled out. I was supposed to stay there the last time for a year. I got out in 7 months because of parole, mainly because I was already like in school doing all like stuff like that before I went back to prison. So they were like, all right, you can function in the society.
School
You're not a threat to society. Yeah.
So is that what parole means? Like that they look at you as like somebody who can be functional in society when you get out of prison?
Probation is different. Probation is way more mild. Probation is like, don't smoke weed, get piss test, if you even have that. It's way more lenient. Mm-hmm. Parole is like, if you get in trouble, you're going straight back to prison.
Mm-hmm. So that's like the 3-strike rule?
Nah, that's a whole nother thing. I think that's more like LA too.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, but 3 strikes is like you get in trouble, get out, get in trouble, get out.
Oh, okay. So I seen that your video was posted, and you made a music video about you having some altercation with the law. Was that real?
Nah.
That wasn't real?
There's some real situations though, yeah.
I thought that video looks real, man.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, they was whooping your ass. The police was I was like, damn.
The entire time when you was in prison, was your music popping off at any time?
Nah, I didn't even start doing music.
Okay.
I started, because I used to memorize the beats on the radio.
Wow.
And so you got like when I went in, there was like no Instagram, none of that. When I got out, it was Instagram and Chief Keef. You know what I'm saying? So like, for real, like, so like I was listening to the beats on On the radio, sorry. And I would memorize them and just start rapping. But I used to help people get their GED, so I was a tutor in prison, and I used to be a barber.
A tutor in prison and a barber.
Yeah,
You was trying to do anything to get out.
I still talk to some of the people they still locked up.
Damn.
My man, he was there 8 years before I got there, and this is 11 years now. He's still in. He still got 5 more years.
Damn.
So how were you able to adjust when you got out?
I mean, I wasn't in that long, so you know.
I mean, like you said, you know, when you went in, there was no Instagram. You know, when you got out, it's like a whole new world. People making money, getting rich off social media.
It's funny. It was when Instagram first started, so it's 2012. So I think it started 2011 or something like that. But basically, when I got out, everyone kept telling me on the phone, like, "Yeah, you got to get Instagram." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "You just post pictures." I'm like, that shit sound dumb. Like, I don't know why.
Right.
So when I got out, I remember my first post, I posted it, and it's so funny because I look at my Instagram now and I'm like, wow. I remember I got 40 likes, and it's like, damn, nigga, you got 40 likes? Niggas fucking with you.
Is that picture still up?
I could find it, but it ain't on this page.
Okay. The algorithm, ain't nobody getting 40 likes no more. The algorithm's so messed up.
Right.
So you get out, and now we're doing music.
Yeah.
What's your first song that you go to? You say, okay, do you have money? Are you going to the studio?
Nah, my man, shout out Lil Man. He had a studio in his basement. And I told him before I got out, like, look, man, when I get out, man, I'm really trying to make something of myself, man. I ain't got no money to do this, but like,
did he believe
look out for me? Yeah, he believed in me, and we just worked on that. I was trying to go back to school and balance that out, but I just stopped paying attention to school. It went from not coming to class but being in school to not coming to school.
What school were you at?
I was at PG Community College.
Okay.
And then from not going to school at all to not registering for a semester. And then I just was like, I guess this is what I'm gonna do. So I had to really hustle, all my folks, to figure out how to get the money to get the music stuff rolling. And that took a long time, That took cause my last job was 2015. I started rapping 2012. And then I would say my first $1 million was 2019.
Talk that talk.
How did that feel?
It was crazy. I sent a screenshot.
How did that come about?
You posted in the group chat?
Hell
Man,
yeah.
you supposed to be telling your homeboys you got $1 million sitting in the bank.
No, I had to tell them because I got the friends where I could do that.
Okay, give us the play. Like, what happened to get you to that point?
How'd you get that million?
How you get that million, my boy?
Before I even made it to that point though, I probably spent $500,000 of my own money trying to get this moving
on your own.
How you get $500,000?
A lot of different ways. A lot of different ways. One of the main ways though was just doing independent deals, one-off deals, and getting a couple $100,000, stuff like that.
One-off, as far as music goes?
One album deals with independent labels.
So you just
stuff.
building it up.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this writing or your own music or?
It's my music, yeah. But I think one thing I was able to do, and even to this day, it's showing a lot of really big artists, they look up to what I do and respect what I do. So I had I remember I had a song with Billie Eilish and all these things. It never came out, but I had those kind of relationships.
You still got the song?
I still got it.
Man, you better put that shit out.
I got the relationships, so a lot of the stuff people was willing to take risks on me, which it was never really a risk because they all made their money back. You know what I mean?
So what was the song that put you in these people's ears?
I don't have one till this day. It's just a bunch of songs and a bunch of touring, so basically 400 shows. I've done 400 shows. When I just did Coachella, I went over the track list once. I rehearsed twice, and the third time doing that set was at Coachella on stage.
Wow.
I'm just trying to understand the buzz. What got you to these people's attention? What was it? Was it
many things?
A whole body of work?
Yeah, it really was bodies of work.
Okay, because you built an underground presence.
Yeah.
What's a fan favorite? Because you said, you built an underground presence, and they put you here. What's a fan favorite?
It's funny you say that, right? If I was more mainstream artists, I would be like Drake in the sense of my fans. I got so much music that they like fan favorites. It's hard to even do a whole hour set now because I don't have enough space to put all of the songs in. So in my fan base and in that world that I'm in, there's a lot of them.
And is this coming from SoundCloud or
all that?
Where are they usually finding you at?
Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music. I mean, wherever. It's hard to say. Like I got a really unique situation and story.
Yeah,
it's just continuously like chipping away little by little and never giving up. That's what. So
how did you realize that you were starting to gain fans and you started to feel like, okay, this feels a little bit different now?
I think, to be honest, it was the big turning point was I randomly got a call from Kanye and he was just like, yo, I heard about your album. The album wasn't out yet.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I would love to hear.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he was like, at some point today, can I connect with you? And I'm like, bet. And I went to his house and we was eating lemon cake. Just chilling, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so you get a random call from Kanye. Yeah. And he's like, he heard you. First of all, I know you was like, how the hell you heard my album?
How did he hear your album?
Well, I know how he heard it.
Oh,
it was through 88 Keys. Well, he didn't hear the album, he heard about it. Because 88 Keys is like, he heard it one time and it was telling everybody, sending pictures about my house, all this stuff. So yeah, it was like more so that. And then you got a hold of it. Then the next day, Tyler, the creator, came to my house to come listen to it too. So it was like the album before it came out was kind of making its waves around, and then people kind of like heard it when it came out. So it's more like critical acclaim. Like people just know like the stuff I do is of a certain quality and caliber. So
that's dope.
Now I work for Warner Records, and very rarely do I see an artist on a call.
Yeah, he talked about this.
I talked about
he talked about this.
My coworkers. I was like, yo, I got his call, and the artist is on the call. I've never seen that. We always talk about the artist, but we're on the call, and he's on the call. I'm over here like, this is strange, but I fuck with that.
Yeah,
I'm over here like, yo, you want to know what we talking about, what we're doing, where we finna go. I thought that was dope. I wanted to give you your flowers.
I appreciate that.
Very player. Why did you want to be on that?
To be honest with you, I thought that was normal. I never, like my whole career, I always been like that.
Okay.
So to me, it's like I know my vision, I know how to articulate it, and I know also, I know you see in the group chat, I know how to hold people accountable too.
Hey boy, hey.
But one thing I will say though, you'll never see me go on social media and talk about my label.
Right.
Because that's a lot of people, and not everybody falls under the category of whoever might have fucked your shit up. So I never look at it like that. But it's family business, so it's staying there. When it's like it rarely happens, but it ain't, you know what I mean? Like you gonna hear from me. But
Facts. I thought that was dope.
So IDK the businessman. Okay.
I wanted this shit so bad that I wasn't about to wait for no manager or somebody to come along. When I first started, I kind of sucked. So it was like, there wasn't no manager that was gonna come and do that for me. So I remember I got my first video to 1 million, or a song on SoundCloud to 1 million plays, listens, and that was a confidence, and I just kept going.
That was the breaker, SoundCloud.
Yeah, for sure.
That's that makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah. SoundCloud. Okay, so if we breaking it down like that, then SoundCloud is how
it breaks a lot of artists though, like Uzi or a lot of the.
Definitely.
I feel like low key it be breaking, like, because I used to always wonder, like, when artists like Uzi and Playboi Carti got big, I'm like, why they just dropping a song on SoundCloud? And then people like, that's how they breaking, like, you know what I mean? But you talked about earlier that you have a song with Billie Eilish. How did that come about?
Same shit. Like, people just be reaching out to me, man. Like,
that's fire.
They be DMing me. I'm
wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
you live a great life, man. You live a life that I feel like a lot of big artists wish that these people were reaching out to them.
Can we talk about these shoes though? Because that's your camera right there. Air Max made these for you, correct? Is this a collaboration?
I designed these.
You designed these Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Where can people buy them? Can people buy them?
These are friends and family. I don't have they not coming out. I'm working on something that'll probably be out. That's the best way to explain that.
How did you get a Air Max? How did you get to be able to create your own Air Max?
IDK is this whole interview. We don't know how he got here, how he got these deals.
Is that the whole thing? IDK?
Mystery.
I guess so. Yeah.
Wait,
Like what? How'd you come up with your name?
My name in prison.
I don't know.
Nah, in prison, I just was thinking about what I wanted to name myself, and I wanted to name myself something that'll prompt people to ask questions. So I named it IDK, but it stands for Ignorantly Delivering Knowledge. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So how you be getting all these deals, man? Everybody just likes you. That's what it seems like. It's like everybody likes you. Kanye's calling you, invite you over for lemon cake.
Pops up to your crib.
Air Max is just giving you a deal for yourself.
You design the Air Max. Like, come on now.
Yeah. I designed 5 of them in 2 hours.
Correct me.
But no, the whole shit is I don't really like reach out to people unless I got something to offer that makes sense, and I make it make sense. So like a lot of people pick up my calls because they know like if I'm calling you,
the bag caller,
it makes sense. Yeah, and not even just the bag. It's just whatever the idea is. Mm-hmm. I really think about my ideas and before I come, I don't just be calling people, asking people for stuff. I don't like that. I have to have something to offer or something that makes sense for you if I ask you for something. So I've been doing that, and I built a reputation doing that. And as time progresses, people start to see like vision wise, like I really like make shit that's in my head come to life. Like, so
that's
this
dope.
deal with Nike, that's like 5 years in the making. I've been wanting that.
Deal with Nike.
Yeah, I'm signed to Nike officially. Yeah, a long-term deal with them.
When was that deal?
What? That happened in last June.
Last June?
Yeah.
You hooking me up with some free clothes?
Yeah, I mean, if you around, it's easy. Okay. Everybody around me.
I definitely need them Air Maxes. I ain't gonna.
I'm like,
we'll take some Air Maxes.
Yeah.
How did you get this deal?
It was like, it always starts with like, I put it in my phone. Like right now I got Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. I mean, it ain't really like crazy. Like I ain't really announced this yet, but I'm one of the 3 artists in the history of Nike to have a joint deal with Nike and Jordan. So I have a Jordan deal and a Nike deal together.
Sheesh.
So the only people that got that
she
is,
basically wants to know how.
Yeah.
Like what happened?
She want to know how.
Well, before I get into that, the only people that have it is me, Billie Eilish, and Travis Scott. Okay. Like in entertainment, and the only other person outside of entertainers is Virgil. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So I got that because I literally man, there's so many ways to kind of explain that. So the main thing is I've obviously been down with Nike and supporting them and really mainly just posting their stuff for like years.
So you post them on your social media?
Yeah, before I even had the deal. But what I did was I believed in it and wanted it that much and stuck by them and then proved how much I would be valuable to them for years. And I never let it go. And in my background on my phone right now is Michael Jordan. It used to be a Nike check. Until I got the deal, then I changed it to Jordan, and then I got that deal. I got to change it again.
Yo, that's how I think.
Changed it to $6 billion.
So it's like manifestation.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, no, I think manifestation is a really big part of what I do. Mm-hmm. Like I really, like you guys, anybody around me, I be saying the most ridiculous shit to you at first when you hear it, but then I'm like really make it happen. That's why I send it in the group chat. I be showing y'all the progress, like of how everything.
He lit in that chat.
Yeah.
What advice would you give like some up and coming artists that's like looking at, because I'm like, the way Rari described you is like, man, this dude is a businessman. Like he's on the call, he's hands on. You know, I don't see a lot of artists.
Blown away. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he definitely
is gonna really be on that type of time. They be like, just let me know what to do.
My advice would be gratitude. Cause everybody not business savvy. I was a hustler my whole life. Like I'm talking about like I did a lot of things and hustled for a very long time and was always good at it. So that was in me. Not everybody's like that, but the one thing I say everyone can adopt is gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Being thankful for the little things that you have, and then when things are going wrong, never giving up because you have gratitude for what you do have. Like that shit probably is at this point, you can't tell me nothing. After Coachella, what we did with all of that stuff and the collaboration with Lon Von and all that shit, it's like a nigga really like did some shit, you know?
And how important is it for artists, especially, to pay attention to their business?
The best way to explain that is if you good at that kind of shit, it's very important. If you not, you better find somebody that is, that you trust. Cause I can't say everybody can do that. You know, it's a gift for me to be able to really think the way I think in the space that I'm at. They just wrote an article about me on Forbes, and they said IDK is a polymath, and broke down what that is. And I didn't know what that was at first, but I learned what it was. And it's basically a person with wide-ranging knowledge. And the whole article is about how I use the left brain and the right brain equally as good. And not most people can't really do that. Like if I play basketball, I could really literally shoot with my right and my left hand. Not everybody could do that. So it's like, if that's not you, you got to find a way that works for you in the conversation of the business. It is important to know, but some people get so good at the business that the art suffers. Over the years, I had to learn how to balance that properly. Like I'd be on a Zoom, we could be on a call right now and all this shit. I'll be able to go in the booth and be like, give me a second. I don't really write my music, so I'm say the lines, whatever.
Like Jay-Z?
Yeah, like honestly, truthfully, like 90% of what I make is from the top of my head. So I'll do that shit and then have somebody else come, and I'll tell the engineer, this is this. I'll be back. Finish the call, come back to the music. Now, with this last album, I started just recording at night. When everybody sleep, nobody bothering me, I can really record. So that's the new thing I do now, but I used to be able to balance that really well.
Question, does IDK have a personal life? Does IDK have kids, relationship?
Nah, I ain't got no kids. I don't have no relationship. If I do have a relationship, I'm pretty good at balancing it. You know, I've learned how to really like utilize time like properly.
Do you want that?
If it's the right person, kids for sure. That's why I'm on this earth.
Got it.
My goal is to retire when I'm 40. And the reason why is because everything I'm doing right now is to build a foundation for my family. And I want to be 40 and travel the world and focus on my family, my wife, all that stuff. And then my goal is to like right now build the best foundation that I can for us to be comfortable and healthy for when I turn 40. I could have kids tomorrow, whenever. I'm just saying I'm grinding till I'm 40. My retirement is 40 years old.
How old are you now?
30.
Wow.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Why is 40 the cutoff date?
Cause I'm like, this shit is lit already right now. So imagine 10 years of going hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like a lot of us chase this shit too long. Like it'd be like it never ends.
It's like your uncle that's like 37, still trying to rap. You like, come on, man.
And even at that, it's not even just the rap part. It's the money part. It's the like success. It's like at a certain point, man, you did it. Like when I look at like, you know, like I'm like, it ain't nothing you gotta prove. You made those first 3 albums, you good for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's just the idea of gratitude, you know? Like.
Well, let us know about this project, please.
Yeah, so F65 is the album. F is as in like F1 racing. And then 65 is the year Malcolm X was assassinated. And before he got assassinated, he was switching from Nation of Islam to Orthodox Muslim, and he was about to change the conversation he was going to start having, which was more inviting and easier to have and inclusive to really bring change. But he got, assassinated before that could happen. So this album is a continuation of that. That's why I like the song Mr. Police. It's like, it sounds so like smooth and shit, but I'm saying some real shit, and it's like,
yeah, I listen to it. I really like the song. I like the message, and I like the visuals. Like I told you today, I was like, man, I was watching it, and I was like, damn, they was beating the shit out of him, and I thought it was real.
Yeah, everybody, my lawyer, everybody hit me like, damn, you didn't tell me this happened. Was crazy.
So they thought really that video was real too.
Everybody thinks it's real, but the thing about that video is that it is real. It just didn't happen to me in that moment. That's real. Like that shit
real.
happens.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that feeling, like no matter what car you in, I could be in a Toyota or a Lamborghini, the same shit gonna happen.
Facts.
And that's what that was about.
I'm a little spoiled because I heard a lot because we got a little preamp.
Yeah.
I was telling Beloved, what's the name? Pinot
Noir.
That shit hard.
Yeah, I
that shit hard. Saucy Santana. Yeah. I think you gonna hit them on the left with that one.
Yeah, I already know people gonna be like, you got Saucy Santana on your album. I heard the beat, and that's who I heard on the song. I thought he was fire, I thought it would work, and he did his verse. I was like, I think he could go harder. He did his
Who's
verse
the girl again? Juicy Fruit.
Both of them did 2 verses.
So you hold everybody accountable.
100%.
The artist, the label,
everybody.
They send a verse, and you don't you like. Hey,
if I'm upset with you, you really fucked up. Like you really didn't do something right. And if I happen to be upset with you and it wasn't your fault, I'll apologize and fix that immediately. But if not, like you like you could have did something better, right? So that's how it is. Accountability is probably like my strongest asset in terms of like this what I've developed as a man. You know what I mean?
Now before we go, is this merch right here the X? I see your cameraman has X. What?
Yeah.
The gloves got X.
Yeah. So the gloves ain't merch. This is 101 Coachella.
Man, you don't want to be giving none of your stuff. You don't want to give shoes away.
He's a mystery.
Where can we get the hat? Can we get the hat?
The hat is coming.
Okay.
Can we get some shoes or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
The shoes.
I'm working on the shoes, guys.
It's a mystery, guys. IDK.
I'm working on the shoes. I already buttered them up a little earlier.
It was such a joy to have you today,
thank you
man.
so
And we
much. I
learned
appreciate
so much. And the cursive that you gave us today, there's some gems in here.
Yeah, I
and we
appreciate it.
definitely so glad that you stopped by
Thank
the
you.
BallerAlert show. I hope you
appreciate
stop
it.
back by.
Thank you.
But we're not done yet. We have
got
Baller Mail coming up, so we definitely need you on
All right, bet.
It is time for Baller Mail. Dear Baller Alert, my wife's side of the family is full of criminals. I met them at her family function, and these folks are not the type to hang around. How should I tell her I don't like being around her family like that? Legit, I don't like being around them.
Well, IDK, you've been around criminals before.
How should this man tell his wife he does not like being around her criminal family members?
You got some people that's a little,
that. Is he afraid that he gonna get stolen or something?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know all the details, but me, I'm a straight shooter. I'm gonna say how it is. I'm gonna say how I feel. And again, I probably have a really good point why I feel the way I feel. And if you say something to make me not feel that way anymore, then fuck it. But
So what would you say in that instant? If that was your wife.
I would be like, look, man, you got some cousins that I don't know if I could fully trust around me, our family. I don't know if they're the best examples. You know what I'm saying? Of what we trying to do,
Right.
and I would like to spend as little time around them as possible. Now your mom and your dad, they cool. I'm not trying to say, but the ones that got all of this and the tattoos on the face and all that stuff, maybe we gotta rethink that.
Limit our time.
I like that answer.
Yeah,
What's
I
up?
like that
What you
answer.
gonna
I'm
tell your
going
wife?
IDK answer. I like that answer.
I like limiting your time because it's like, you don't want to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's a man.
Hell
I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, that was a good answer. Yeah, you said that real smooth. Too. I can tell you're a very good writer.
You definitely broke it down. Like, hey, mama, everybody go. Hey,
I was thinking a little ignorant. I was thinking on the ignorant, like, nah, I can't hang around a little smoke.
I was being ignorant too. Like, I can't hang around little Pookie. Little Pookie.
Then it's like, you come up with ultimatums like, listen, I can't go. You go ahead, do your thing with your family. I'm gonna stay back.
But you said
you don't want to get into that point.
Let's make the time around them limited. I like that.
Yeah. If you limit the time, I understand that. But
I do got some family.
I gotta get home after dark, before dark.
I'm definitely using that line. I want to limit my time.
That was Baller Mail right there. Before we get out of here, though, we do have a pep talk with IDK.
Yeah, it's IDK. Thanks for having me, BallerAlert. My advice to everybody, and I've been saying it, is make sure you have gratitude for all the things that you have. Like, I feel like, I come from immigrant parents and all that, and if your feet on American soil, you got it better than 90% of the people in the rest of the world. So no matter what you're going through, always have gratitude for what you are, what you were able to accomplish, or what you do have.